Hello, right 1050, Oakland University. Happy Monday to you. I hope you all are doing well, staying safe. I know it's challenging for us all right now. So here we are, week 6 already. Again, I know I said this in my message I think that I sent out last night as your reminder for rhetorical analysis analyses rhetorical analyses that were due last night. Apologies for not getting some more videos out to you at the end of the week last week. After Thursday, my allergies kicked in pretty bad. So anyway, back with you now. So we're going to talk about I think writing in your field is kind of, we're making this turn. We're supposed to kind of talk about a little bit last week, but I did get several emails still working through the rhetorical analysis. So at the same time, didn't want to inundate you with a bunch of new information. So we'll start that today. I'll start looking at the rhetorical analyses this week. And do keep in mind too, this is still a draft. While we did a peer review, that gives us one time to kind of look at it. Get some review from our peers to kind of maybe help us thinking about, do we have all the elements in there? Did we address the argument type, ethos, pathos, logos? Were we specific with examples? Did we bring in evidence from the text? Did we cite it? Did we have a introduction, conclusion? Did we have an evaluative argument there? So those are the things too. A lot of times that peer review really helps us. And then an ancillary benefit to doing peer review is you read somebody else who is doing it and say, oh, that's kind of a cool thing that they did, right? Or when you notice, this happens to me a lot too, and I'm doing peer review a lot of times with my groups and stuff, is that you find something that they're not doing in their text, right? Let's say it's evidence, or they didn't, maybe they forgot to address logos or ethos or pathos, or maybe it's not mentioned or something like that. Then you go, oh, I don't think I did either. So I do that quite often too. So I hope you find that was beneficial. I know there's two-sided coin sometimes to peer review. But anyway, so here we are in week 6. So we are turning that corner, we're not going to forget about rhetoric, because rhetoric is still going to find its way in here. We're going to use a lot of these rhetorical skills too, even when we're talking about writing in our field. So writing in your field is kind of an interesting way to kind of think about not just the field that we're going into, but also talking about how they write in our field, right? What role does writing and even other communicative practices within my field, right? And we'll get there. So that's kind of why it's called writing in your field. So not only are we going to be writing and thinking about the writing, us writing about our field, as we're going to do that too as part of our introduction. That's where we're going to start this week, is why this field, what is it about this field? And then next week we'll start thinking about, okay, what are the writing practices in my field, right? In the field that I'm thinking about, right? And I know it's early on. Some of you may not particularly know just yet, but we need to pick something hopefully within our field. And for another reason, we'll get to use this to find out more about what's taking place in our field. So as it says here in the assignment description, we're going to do an initial career investigation and create a profile that includes kind of the communicative practice, or what I call writing practices too, to develop this 3 to 5 page essay. And so we're going to be kind of concentrating really this week on this first bullet point. In your introduction, provide your audience with a basic understanding of what has led to your interest in pursuing a career in this particular field. Your thesis or your argument, or the thing that you're going to really try to be thinking about, is acknowledgement of the distinctive requirements of the field, but also to indicate the greater purpose of the essay, which is to examine controversies and communication within this career. So before we can kind of get to that point, we're going to kind of start with that first kind of a sentence and a half, so to speak, right? And that is narrowing down our focus on what is it, where within our discipline do we find ourselves kind of heading or going, okay? So that's what we're going to be concentrating on this week. So since my time's about up already, I went fast. I'll stop here and I'll pick this up here. And I'll just do a week 6 overview, part 1, and I guess part 2. So I'll see you in a moment. Stay awesome, guys.